Happy Sunday, everyone. It's your boy August BTC back again with another video. Today, we're going to just continue with the portfolio update just to see where we are, how far we've come, and yeah, if there's any major updates, anything interesting to talk about today. But yeah, it'll basically be the same old, same old. So let's get into it, guys. First things first, as you can see, as I always like to look, we're still in the bear trend. Bitcoin still hasn't broken above the 200-day moving average, so we're still in the bear market. And yeah, so it's trying to come up. We are in August right now, and things are still looking gloomy. So we don't have that confirmation to the upside for Bitcoin. Same thing for Ethereum as well. It's looking pretty chill, no major movement. But I mean, that's what's happening, in the bear market. We don't really have major price action, especially on the weekends. The price action of Bitcoin and Ethereum tends to be pretty boring. So that's basically what you would have, nothing really too interesting. But I mean, I love this, the beautiful thing here is that as the market is chopping, as you can see for Bitcoin and Ethereum, basically just ranging, right? Same thing for Bitcoin. I love this because I have a strategy that's just getting me money in forms of theta each and every day. So I don't need Bitcoin to go, towards any particular direction. I still get paid regardless. So as you guys know, the goal of the channel is basically me documenting my journey to get to $10,000, hopefully by the end of the year. And full transparency, real trades, real losses, real profits, through trading crypto options. And that's what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing. And the beautiful thing about this is I love these kind of markets when Bitcoin doesn't do anything because it stays between the ranges that I want and I get paid daily by basically doing nothing and just watching the price action. You guys think I'm crazy by saying this, but it's real. And I'll be showing you guys the portfolio update in a minute and what I'm talking about basically. So let's get some few updates in the market and see how the portfolio is doing in terms of the news. These are things that I always like to look at. X is basically your number one source of news or information. Okay, very important. I always look at the macro. Technical analysis, looking at the charts isn't really something that I do too much. There's people that do it intensively as their ways of trading, but I don't really believe in doing this because technical analysis basically just gives you information of the past. Like right now, it doesn't tell you where this next candle is going to go. Anything can happen. This next candle can be down or up, But a lot of people tend to take trades and do this to make money, Those are probably like Forex traders and things like that do these kind of things and bet a lot of money on direction when they don't really know what will happen. For me, I prefer, and I think this is probably the way that, professional traders, I'm trying to get to that level to be a professional trader, institutional trader. Well, I don't have the institutional capital, but that's how they think. They look at the macro. And to look at the macro, you need to look at the news. You need to look at the bigger picture. Always zoom out. What's happening? Because all these things affect the price action of all markets. It could be Bitcoin. It could be, currencies, US dollar, rand, war affects every single market. So those are things that you need to, pay attention to. So I usually like to glance at the news and see what's going on. There's nothing really major that's happening today. Let's see, there's JP Morgan that says that the US could lose its status the world's reserve currency within the next 25 years, which is crazy because, the dollar is just losing value each and every day. So I'm not surprised if this happens. That's why it's important to invest your money in assets that appreciate in value and doesn't go down. Bitcoin is one of those assets that only goes up in value. Yes, it's going to have huge drawdowns, like right now we're in a bear market, but on the long run, its goal is to go up. Same thing with gold, same thing with the S&P 500, and stocks. It's very, very important to be mindful of those kind of things. Okay, very, very important. So let's see if there's anything major. Michael Saylor is buying more Bitcoin. Michael Saylor is a big whale, big believer in Bitcoin. His whole company is on Bitcoin and he buys big chunks. So currently his total Bitcoin holdings, he's currently holding about $54 billion worth of Bitcoin, guys. Massive. Let's see. I saw some news regarding Iran and the USA detention. So let's just see if I can find it for you guys. Israel, Netanyahu, as long as I am prime minister, there will be no Palestinian state in Gaza or the West Bank. Yeah, lots of tension. So Iran says Khamenei footage will be released. Iran official says future footage will show Supreme Leader Khamenei in a public and meeting military commands. Khamenei has not publicly, And then this is very important. Iran rejects Trump's 15-point Gaza plan. So there's still some tensions going on between Iran and the USA. They're still fighting, and this is basically affecting the broader market because, the war is still ongoing. There's no peace. There's no resolution. So that's why the market really doesn't like uncertainty, and that's why we're not really in a major bull run yet, because of all these things. And Bitcoin is basically taking the heat, the brunt of it. But anyways, that being said, let's go into the portfolio and see what we're looking at. So again, this is Deribit, the exchange that I'm using, the best crypto options exchange out there. This is the exchange, the options chain with all my positions live. Again, this is a little bit, strong on the eye. So that's why I've created a dashboard to make it a little bit easy on the eye for others. But as you can see, I have 11 positions right here, right? And if I go to my dashboard, which is a little bit more cleaner and easy on the eye, I'll have the same 11 positions if you count everything here. So how are we looking? So far, so good. First things first, Oxygen. The maintenance margin is under 50%, which is very good because I'm using portfolio margin. And my aim here is to try and keep my maintenance margin below 50%, right? Well, below 55% for me, right? That usually happens when it's major volatility, in the portfolio. Then the maintenance margin can rise up. If it gets to 100%, your entire account gets liquidated. Okay, so keep that in mind. So far, again, we're still up 10%, doing pretty good. We are getting paid through Theta $11 a day. And we have the options that we have open are open for 46 days. Well, they will expire in 46 days. We are net, the Vega is negative, Gamma is negative, which basically means we are net option sellers. That's why the Theta here is positive. And we stand to make $500 in the next 46 days. So basically, if everything stays the same, we stand to make $500 into the account, into the portfolio, which is lovely. So far it's okay. So in Iran, we are making about $181 sorry, I wish we're making 181 Rand in Theta each and every day. So if everything stays the same each and every day, I'm theoretically collecting 100 or receiving $181 into the account, which is beautiful. We have 46 days for all these options positions to expire. The perpetual positions never expires, right? But only the options contracts will expire in the next 46 days. But in the next 46 days, if everything stays the same, we stand to make about 8,000 Rand. We haven't captured anything yet because the market is going against me. As you can see, my short calls are getting, threatened. That's why they're bleeding a little bit here. But that's a part of the plan. That's part of the strategy. We need to hedge the portfolio in a certain way that still makes us money, right? But yeah, so that's basically it. How's the account looking? We're currently up, less than a percent. Less than a percent on the day, about $12, compared to yesterday, which is okay. So we're up $3,264. We need to go back to this previous peak here of, about, I think it was what was our highest? 3,296, which is okay-ish. So we just need to get back there. That'll be great. But that's where we're sitting at right now. The good thing is the portfolio is just doing higher highs and higher lows. And like I've said countless amount of times, guys, this is what you want your equity chart to look like if your portfolio is actually growing. You want to see, even though you have drawdowns, the drawdowns shouldn't be so massive. You need to have, higher highs and higher lows. So we had a low here, a high low here. So I'm hoping that if the strategy stays the same and everything stays good, we should be able to take this previous high here and go higher. So hopefully we should be able to reclaim, we should be above $3,300 in the next few days. So let's see what happens. So in Rand, the portfolio is sitting at 52,650 Rand. And the challenge here, guys, the journey here is just to get the account to $10,000. Really simple. Get the account to $10,000 just by sticking to the strategy, getting paid each and every day by Theta, sticking to the process, and literally not doing much. right? So $10,000 is about 164,000 Rand, and so far we're doing okay. Yeah, so looking at the positions independently, this is the biggest winner right now. Bitcoin, I averaged up into the position, and my average entry is 62,000 Rand, as you can see here. Sorry, $63,000 is my average entry. The size that I'm controlling is about 0.13 Bitcoin on this position. I will be looking to add if we go down lower, or if we show a bullish momentum to the upside. But yeah, I'm currently up $400 on here. I have my insurance positions, which is this credit put, right? Credit put spread. And then I have my short calls that are basically printing money for me. I have about 4. I've added another one, so I have about 4 right now, and I'm collecting $186 here, 125, 83, and 51 that I've collected, but I still need to capture them. Right now they are red because Bitcoin is pumping. Right, the first level of resistance is 68k, so if Bitcoin gets close to this position, it will be bleeding massively. But I like this because as the position is getting threatened in the short calls, my theta increases, so I'm getting more money as I'm getting threatened on the short call side. Same thing with Ethereum. I only have one short call on Ethereum, and I collected $93. So the total amount of premium that I've collected on the sleeve for Ethereum is about $59, and Bitcoin is $454. So the total is 514. So yeah, so everything is just staying the same, guys. Basically not really doing much, and everything is pretty much on autopilot. All I have to do is basically wait for the market to come to me. I don't have to chase the market. I don't have to chase direction. I don't have to predict where the next candle is going to go. All I have to do is just simply wait. If Bitcoin literally stays where it is, if Ethereum stays where it is in the next, 46 days, I basically banked $500, guys, by doing nothing. So far so good. If I go look at what I've realized for the past month, I've basically banked about $500 in the past month, by basically doing the same process. And this is basically helping me get to, $10,000, slowly but surely, real trades, real money. And yeah, that's basically what we're looking. That's basically what's happening right now. So yeah, if you guys like the content, this is just a quick update. Feel free to drop a like, comment, subscribe, share the video. Please do subscribe to the channel. Really help us grow. But yeah, otherwise I'll see you guys on the next one.